I mean, I like when they have a nice smile. I like when they smile. You don't always have to have like the perfect teeth. You know what I'm saying? That's not exactly what I mean. Because sometimes I know someone I did like before, and he would just have this cute.
First, if you've made it this far in the video, please like, subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Running towards 100K subs like it ain't nothing. Let's get into this.
Kind of innocent smile. He would just be like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just think that's very attractive. His demeanor, just how he carries himself, how he is as a person. Um, when you see him, how he acts and stuff like that. So that's very important to me, is his demeanor and mannerism, like how you treat a girl, especially when someone is in need of help or someone's just around you. And
Okay, so we're gonna dive a little and I'm gonna let her talk some more. So smile, mannerism, and how you treat someone, but how you treat someone turned into doing a favor or doing something. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna dive into this.
you know, like whether it's an old lady or a young lady, or like just anybody who just needs help, and he's just on it, he's just willing to help, he's willing to be there, and also hold the door and just be that person, you know, and not just be like, you know, they got it. So also for is looks. It's not about the looks, okay, but sometimes of course it helps. It definitely feels good when you know that other person takes care of themselves, and they do make sure that they, you know, upkeep on the hair, on the, you know, like their mustache or whatever they got, or, you know, their clothes. They just make sure that they look nice, you know what I'm saying? They're not coming out.
It seems like she is having a very, very, very hard time articulating what she wants to say in a meaningful way that doesn't sound very shallow. But everything she's saying, in my opinion, is kind of leading back to what a man can do, as well as how he looks and how he presents himself. And so I'm gonna keep going a little further in this video because I'm trying to see exactly where she's getting at, and also whether or not her opinion has any substance to it, or if it's just kind of a broader perspective with a one track mindset.
Here looking raunchy or just like whatever, you know, you want your woman to look good too, right? So like I think it's the same for a woman to want for her man. I think that's only fair. You know, if you want to come out looking good, if you want somebody who does not give a fuck about how they look, then go ahead, find somebody. I'm sure there's somebody out there who just does not care. But for some people like myself, if I look good, if I like to come out looking good, we don't have to look good all the time, but we go out, I want to, like, you know, I want to feel good. And especially with my partner, like coming out looking good too. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm just okay. You know, then the excitement, okay. And last I'd say is how he dresses. That kind of goes back to looks too, but like just dressing up. You don't have to be the best dressed, but again, just like making sure that you do pay attention to yourself and how you look, and just making sure like how you dress, it makes you feel good, you coming out feeling looking good.
Now, I want all the men to pay attention to this video because obviously this is a attractive looking woman, but look at what she is mainly focused on. It's looks, 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 what the perceived notion is and what he can do for me. And that's the thing, like, not to downgrade or talk about any good looking men, but the problem is most good looking men are not trying to settle down. They're out here sticking and moving, getting what they can get, and they on to the next one. And the thing is, it's like women have a hard time realizing and figuring out, okay, me running after these chads ain't gonna do nothing but get me heartbroken and left with a bunch of resentment, because a chad gonna be a chad. But at the same time, initially, that's what attracts women, is the physical attraction to a man. That's the first thing she look at. And I think that if a lot of these women kind of pull back from that initial attraction of it all being physical. I'm not saying go out and run towards a bum or ugly looking dude. I'm not saying that, but there are a lot of average looking guys that they don't get a second look at based upon this perception and mindset by women. And I ultimately think that that's why a lot of women get hurt in relationships, because they lead with attraction and the preconceived notion of what he looked like, the haircut, the clean, blase, blase. Hence, that's what the deal is with a lot of pookies. And I don't know if y'all know what a pookie is, but a pookie is a good looking guy that don't have shit going on, but he got hella women. So it is what it is.
Being confident, and you know you look good, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to, again, you don't have to be best dressed, but sometimes just putting like on a nice, shirt and with some nice pants, like nice belt, I don't know, you could be very simple, but just you look good. So just how you dress, like don't be just putting whatever shirt on that make no sense, or got like, you know nasty stains all over it. I don't even know what kind of stains you got on there, and I don't want to question it. But yeah, just clean cut, nice, all that to me matters. But most of all, like, I mean, he said 5, but like, you know it's about his demeanor, his personality, how he carries himself, who he is as a person, and how he treats you. Just all that, if it all aligns and he's just ultimately just a very good person to be around and enjoyable to be around, I mean, yes, pay attention to your woman, be there for her. And like, I think just being honest right off the bat too, guys. Communication, sometimes she could be having a hard time with that, but communicating everything that you expect from her, you know what I'm saying, that what you want, like you are looking for a relationship, stuff like that, just be honest, you know what I'm saying. Like, I have a hard time doing it too, but I think that you'll save so much time doing that. But
Really, this turned into more of a rant. It wasn't a detailed explanation about 5 things that girls are most attracted to men, because she has spent most of the time talking about the physical aspect of what draws women to men, which we all know that. We all know that that's mainly how a lot of the good looking guys get to women, so that's understandable. So we're not gonna shy too far away from that. But the point I'm making is that, and at the end of the day, these women say they want this, but when they get it, that's not good enough. So she is speaking about this, but the same thing she is speaking about, she will leave the man that's given the traits that she mentioned the least. The guy that treats me good, respectful, this, that, and other. Women like this will run away from that guy and run towards the guy that's attractive. And so oftentimes, just like I always say, what they say that comes out of their mouth is not what they really want, and what gets them off and what makes them drawn to the guy, what gives them those endorphin hits of this, that, and the other. This it's just a complete disconnect from the mind and the heart. But nonetheless, like, subscribe, let me know what you all think down below. Have a blessed day.